Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new save and a brand new game. As I predicted earlier today, the beta has dropped. It dropped at just gone, I think, a little bit past 4 o'clock today on Halloween, and what a good day for it to fall on to come out to. So I'm going to start a beta save. You can probably see in the background who I'm going to be. I'm just going to do a save with Liverpool, my team. It might be easy because of how good we are, but then obviously it's going to be a new engine to try and build a new tactic on, so there's that. But I think I always like to start with an easier team that you can get to like come to terms with the new game and the new layout and such. So we're gonna start as Liverpool today. I will base everything off suggested. Everything looks fairly similar, to be fair. This game probably will be fairly similar to the other games. This is the first year I've not actually looked in detail all the new features and stuff that have come out in the game, so I'm actually not 100% new, other than the game engine graphics looking good and stuff like that. But this is quite new. So we have the a press conference. So breaking news: Liverpool hired Dominus. Today I've confirmed the appointment of Mr. Dominus as the new club's manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football and the appointment of the 29-year-old who have recently spent time away from club football, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Anfield. Dominus has put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth 130 grand a week, who replaces his previous manager Jurgen Klopp. Now, this would normally be one of the news report things, wouldn't it, in the news section? And I like how they've made it into sort of almost like a conference bit, so that's quite cool. So some people moan about the game doesn't change. It is hard to change a game that's mostly a spreadsheet. It's a database spreadsheet, that's what it is. But there's a lot more people going onto the 3D side of it, so that's normally the bigger changes. So they won't be able to change too much on the database spreadsheet size, but it's good to see that they're bringing new ways to present it, and I think that's going to be important. And I think this is going to be the biggest thing for this year. So like this, they're showing it different, how they would normally do. It's your background for the club of who you are. It's completely changed in how it is like it's not changed, but the way they presented it has changed, which is what I like. So I'd like to formally welcome you to Liverpool. To get acquainted with the new surroundings, you'll receive our introductory welcome pack before going on to finalise the version and objectives we're to proceed with together. Congratulations, we wish you best of luck. So, reputation, as expected, is incredible. Media prediction of second now, so there is a bit of pressure on that. Obviously, you've got your key staff there. Facilities, all the info you need to know. Got a new training ground to be moving into next year. And obviously, I have moved all of my data packs over from the previous game. That's why I got the sponsored kits and stuff. I had to take a few out, obviously, because they were like a couple of years old by now. But hopefully that's worked well. So, it even shows last season how you performed, so that's good. Got the club background. I won't go into it because it'll be the same as it always is. Apart from officially, we'll have obviously a Champions League, a sixth Champions League to go with it. And there you can see it there, 2019. So that's pretty cool. So go next. I don't think there's anything else to click on that page. So he's showing us a brief overview of the current squad. Okay, so the best 11, and I'm guessing this is the formation they expect us to play due to it being the best 11. So you've got hot prospect Ryan Brewster, top earner now, that's quite cool. Captain, key player, what else does it show? Highly professional, so personality, top goal scorer if and when you have one. That's quite cool. So the team would fairly amount pick itself, to be fair. I mean, you could swap Gomez and Matip out, I suppose, for each other. Could bring Cater in, I guess, I suppose, now and again. But yeah, so you've got the transfer obligations. There's no transfer obligations at the moment. You've got Karras out on loan still. Right, and a few players. Yeah, just all your loan players. That's quite cool. Right, so the chairman's also saying this is the outline of the board's vision. So this is a new thing. Like, you get the long term, I think it's 5-year plan or something like that. I haven't, again, looked in detail. So this is all new to me as well. We'll have a look. So it's the outline of the board's vision for the future. I will be in touch shortly to discuss the finer details and finalise our competition objectives for the season. So they want us to play attacking football, and the importance is preferred. So it's not like they want that, but and type of playing style. Right, okay, so you can't change it. This is exactly what they want. They want to develop the youth system preferred again. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. That's pretty good because I am I mean, it's only favoured, but that is the sort of thing I do. I don't like getting older players. Play entertaining football. That's a new one. I think normally it would be like play positive football. But yeah, I think I can do those. That's the club culture. I think I can do those. Now here's the 5-year plan. So increased commercial revenue is very desired, which shouldn't be too hard being Liverpool because they are one of the bigger teams when it comes to matches. So when I went on a club tour once, they had said this was before the new stand had been built when we were holding 44,000. That apparently whether you put pulling porcupines whatever. Apparently there's a 20-year waiting list for some people to get a season ticket. So obviously, I think the desire of the club is there, so that's good. Expand the stadium, preferred. I also would like to expand, especially Liverpool. They always fill up the stadium. Maintain self-sustainability. Doesn't specify what type it is, but I'm assuming that means don't go into debt and stuff. Maintain the club's status as the most reputable club in England. Okay, so that's fine. I think as long as we do as good as we should do well in cups, maybe in win a couple should be okay. Work within the wage budget required. That is obviously fine. End of season, end of current season, should we say? So we've got the work. They want us to win the World Club Cup. Okay. They want us to win the league as well. So ain't no pressure. That is required outright. Get to the final of the FA Cup. I'd rather those two be switched around, to be honest. Not bothered about the Community Shield. Minimum reach the semi-final. Jesus. I know Liverpool are good, but wow. And they're not that bothered about the other cups as well. Win the Premier Divisions, desired but not required. So that is good. So, oh, that's the end of 2021 season. So that's next year, right? Okay. So even though they want me to win this league, guaranteed, they're not that bothered. They are still want it, but it's not that important. So I guess that can change. Also, my contract expires. Oh, that is good how they do actually show you the 5-year plan. I'm guessing it will, yeah, increase details and stuff. So it's just basically try and win the league every year, which is fine because that's what every manager aspires to, even on a team that's expected to get relegated. Obviously, that's what your plan is. So our first proper meeting with him. Finally, please do not hesitate to let me know if you'd like any of the arrangements below to be made. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to Liverpool, and everyone at the club hopes that you'll be the beginning of a long and successful era. Right. Schedule a press conference to meet the media. I will. I don't normally, but I'll see if they've made any changes this year. So I will do it. Don't want inter-squad friendly, and I will get that on the backroom staff. I'll save it. We don't need to really read this. I think we've had this. Let's have a look. So we've got the induction, which is good. It looks very similar to last year. Doing the formation. I will do a formation later on. I'll just have a look at the basics for now. Club vision and reputation experts. So this is what we looked at anyway. That's fine. We don't need to look at that now. Oh, you can negotiate. You can negotiate it though. I do want to try and see if I can get the Premier League not as bad. It's good how it tells you how with the status as well. So it's in progress or reserving judgment and whatnot. I'm gonna see if I can negotiate. Can you negotiate this one? So I can't negotiate and can be negotiated later. I can't do that. The only thing I can do is the 5-year plan. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And these. So I'm actually happy with that. So we will confirm that. Training workload and all that, we can sort that out in a minute. So I don't normally do the training myself. I probably still won't. I will try and do obviously tactics and whatnot though and set up how I want to do that. Fitness report, that is very bright. I might change to the dark version of the skin just because that is a bit much. But yeah, we've got players that are back top position, clients injured, and how long is the injury for? This all looks exactly the same to be fair. Although I went into settings and you can actually customize now the colors of attributes, what you prefer and when that like number. So if you hit a certain number then it changes and stuff like that. Even with the positions, that's really cool. Because I myself am colorblind, I can see colors but I get confused with similar colors. So yellow and green are the colors to show top and excellent, and that may get confusing for me. Because I think these two are different colours, but yeah, I'm going to have to change that for myself. I've changed the low one to red. So you've got the squad rules, which is helpful. I'm intrigued to see how Brexit's going to go in here, because that has been delayed until, I think, late December or early January. So that we know the rules at the moment. Minimum, just a 23-man squad. That's World Club Cup as well. Yeah, we all know that. So it's all doing good apart from the minimum trained at the club. But yeah, also we haven't registered a club, so that's all going to change anyway. English transfer window in progress. Yeah, it shows you just the big ones from last year, or earlier in the season, should I say. How much is Maguire worth on here? For only 33 and they paid 80 mil. Eden Hazard, worth that. Yeah, we'll have a introductory thing. That's the thing. I don't tend to change these either. But what I'll do is I'll do my stuff, I'll do my tactics, and then we'll come back, maybe play the first game of the season. I skip the friendlies as well. I thought I'd quickly show the development center as well, as that's new. And we'll go through it together. So you've got the good, it says here, good youth development is key to make sure the best and you have the best talent available to you. Gives you a complete overview of all the players on loan in your youth team. So you've got 14 players out on loan. Majority of the players out on loan are happy with just not getting enough games. Some of them under 23, the average squad, a couple of youngsters here, blah blah blah. So yeah, you get to see like the details of who's good and who's not. So that's pretty cool. So let's take the induction so we can have a look as it's new. So this is your asset. It's almost hard to notice that. Like they need to sort the tutorial out. You almost don't notice it. Anyway, so this is the overall glance. Everything to do with the player development at the club. It's broken down into key areas to give you information you need and when you need it. Okay. It's so bright. This breakdown of any players out on loan, the strength of our youth team provides us. I don't even know how to say that word. Seking? See, I never know heard of that word. And an informative summary allowing you to take action when required. So we've just read that anyway. So these are our best players, young players right now, the closest to the first team. The ones that you should. Oh, that's quite cool. So rather than looking yourself, or if you can't be bothered to look yourself, actually give you ideas of players that they think might be worth bringing into the first team. That's quite cool. We also focus on individual progress, which staff offering advice on players who might not be developing as well as they need to, as well as those who are on the right path and worth keeping on. So no one needs attention, ones to watch. That's quite cool. So Harvey Elliott could become a quality player and potentially better. Okay, so it's like the potentials and stuff. I'm glad they've all incorporated this because it got annoying on the development weekly message. You'd do the same thing, and you can just come in and have a look now. So under 20, section under 23 show exactly what's going on at level on both team and individual basis. If you want to get involved, you can influence the tactics they use, move players from squad to squad, adjust training, and delegate responsibilities accordingly. So there's a group of youngsters who are close to being ready for the first team opportunities. A couple of players who clearly have great potential. This is a decent development squad. Okay, cool. Ahead of match day, on the day of the game itself, you can play an active role in a team selection. Neil quickly is flexible and incorporated any players that you see play as well as. I will probably leave that to him. I like to focus in most, unless there's like an individual player I want to keep an eye on. I guess it's the same. Yeah, same applies to under 20, under 18. Sorry, but yeah, that's cool. Throughout the season, you'll also find little nuggets of information in there to help you identify the next player to come through the ranks. Checking. Cool. Okay, fair enough. On the loan, so where we have players out on loan, the backroom team here would have a look at them and oversee their progress to make sure they're getting as much loan time as they need them to. So here's where you can click to recall them if you need to. Check their injuries, blah blah, see how they're getting on, the values and all that sort of cool stuff. Loan suggestion. So yeah, so that's quite cool. So you can really get details now of how they're getting on. So yeah, that's the development center. I don't think there's anything new. You've got the club vision, which we have already clicked on. Club info. Yeah, so it's all looking good. But I'll sort everything out, sort my team out, and we'll come back for the first game of the season. Excuse the Hugh Hefner looking sort of attire. It's a bit cold. It's actually a Liverpool one. You can see, so it's Liverpool one, so it's not Hugh Hefner one. Don't worry. I thought I'd come back because code of conduct is something that's quite new as well. So you know when you'd like ban a player if they haven't turned up for training or they get sent off and stuff like that. It's good now they've added it in so you can actually, rather than do that every game and have the arguments, you can actually pick up a code of conduct so the players know what's going to happen. They can't argue about it. So club captains come up, so it's presented us with a potential code of conduct. The team have suggested fixed fines in place of ad hoc disciplinary action, such as happily abide by the rules throughout the campaign. Okay, so you're free to make adjustments suggestions below or opt out of using a code of conduct altogether. You can also ask your assistant for his input. I don't want to do case to case. I'm happy to have it. So if you miss training the first time, so you lose what, is that half a week's wages? Is that what we're saying? Yeah, so that's fine. If you miss training, you lose half a week's wages. Second time a week, third time 2 weeks, fourth time 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Got an AWOL per day, you lose a week's wages. Yeah, that's fine. Go AWOL second time, no, you'd lose 2 weeks in my opinion, and yeah, it carries on being basically the more you do it. Multiple booking ban. So first time you get a day, what's that, wages I guess? Yeah, no, that's suitable. Sent off second booking, so you'd lose half a week's wages. Second time, I think no, a week. Third time, 2 weeks. I'm quite strict, you know. You don't want to set up bad habits. So if you get straight wage, you lose half a week's wages. No, that's a week, I think. Second time, I'll give you a week. Third time. So I'm going to confirm that. Whether they'll be happy with that, I don't know. Let's skip a day and see if that's what they say. Okay, so they didn't say anything. We're just about ready to play the first game of the season, although it's the Community Shield rather than the actual first game of the season. I've actually spent, in real time, a couple of hours going through all the settings and that, because although a lot of them are very samey, there's a lot of similar stuff to do. As I said before, the presentation's different. There are a lot of new little things here, just like the fact I've got players loaned out, and every now and again when there's a milestone, whether they get their first goal for their club, or first man of the match, it tells you and stuff like that. There's a lot of interesting stuff on there. Made one sale as well. I'll show you the transfer. We bought no one. I've literally spent no money. Got over 100 mil to spend. But the one player we sold, I have to get used to this now, out. We loaned up Ryan Brewster to Bolton, same as Curtis Jones. But yeah, we sold Lovren for 27.5 mil. Averagely good player. Probably should have kept him for depth because of all the trophies we're in. I was never a massive fan of Lovren. He's just turned 30 as well. It can go up to I think 30 mil we can get or something anyway, I cannot remember, but I'm happy with that. It gets 100 grand a week off the wage bill as well. But other than that, we can get straight into the game. Sorry if the lighting's really bad. I've messed up with my lighting and it's made me look all funny. I mean, it look funny anyway, but that's why I watch this content. We got a big injury. Obviously, in real life, Alisson was injured, so he's out for 3 months, so we will have to play Adrian. Team pretty much picks itself, though. Although Mane is also, he's on holiday. It's probably due to internationals at the time. So I reckon, right, the Ox isn't fit enough yet. So we're going to play Big Shaq, but we're going to put him on the bench. We're going to get Cage on the bench for Klein. Actually, saying that, not for Klein, because Klein's pretty much dead for a year. Kijana, whoever, or however, I don't know how it's pronounced. We'll bring him up because he is still at the club. He will be the substitute fullback because I set things up. We'll teach him to play fullback on the other side as well, so he can play both. Decent potential as well, and he gets some play time. Saying that, friendlies started off a bit bad, but then we end up dominating them. But I don't know if it's because it's friendlies. I didn't play them myself, but I'll show you in a sec. We'll take Alisson off the bench. We'll put Cater on there for now. But that's the team for a while. But that's the thing. Adrian's only rated 2-star, but he's actually a decent goalkeeper. Like he is a very good goalkeeper. A bit slow. But, you know, he's a good goalkeeper. He's a little hero now at the club. But yeah, I'll show you the schedule quick. We did play friendlies. We lost our first friendly to Copenhagen. We did batter them, but we lost the game. It was an Adrian own goal as well, by the looks of it. Obviously, I haven't played these games. I let my assistant do it, but he did play our team, the team I chose. So we'll ignore the first one. Second one against Lyon, away draw, not bad result as expected. We then battered Falkirk 3-0, was about right. Really comfortable here. We haven't conceded any other goals apart from that one game against Copenhagen as well. I don't know if it's going to show the stats, but is it view match? Do I actually want to view? Yeah, here we go. So 31 shots, they had none. Okay, so then we have Sporting 5-0. Obviously, I don't know if they played their best players, although I do know the club fairly well because I just did a save with them. Yeah, they had Maximiliano in goal. Yeah, they had some pretty poor players on. Although they did have Fernandez. Let's scout him actually. But yeah, again, 20 shots to their 3. MTK comfortably 2-0. Milner got himself sent off. We did batter the game again, 35 to their 1 shot, but it is a rubbish team and they'll probably play rubbish players. We then beat Napoli comfortably 2-0 as well. It took a penalty and then a stoppage time goal. But again, battered it. They had 3 shots with a 36, but they probably played a weak team. So it's going to be the ultimate test against Man City today. So we'll see how we get on. Yeah, it's fine. He'll be fine. Who they got? Anyone want to scout? We're scouting Sterling. I wouldn't mind bringing back Rodri. Is a good player. Zinchenko as well. So look at him. Obviously, it's all new ratings in it. Go away, Rodri. Stones. He's English. Why not? Anyone on the bench? Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, why not? Phil Foden. Oh, I'm already scouting him anyway. Definitely want to scout Phil Foden. Oh, mate. I know it's the beta, but go away. Can't get rid of Phil Foden. Okay, can't get rid of Phil Foden. Oh, that may have done it. Yep, that did it. That was a pain. Right, so make sure to go out and win the group. Go out there and win this cup for the supporters. What on earth is that? Oh, so it's just taken. Yeah, I'm happy to do team talks. That's fine. So calmly just say special day for the supporters. We'll end that. Okay, that was a bit of a shadow. Don't forget it's a beta, so there will be some bugs here and there. What I want to do is check the game settings before I get in. So we want key highlights. I always have one up from there. Actually, that looks the same. Very fast. No sounds. Replay events. We want goals. Disallow goals. Miss penalties, no. Clear cut chances, no. I wonder how VAR and that works in this game, to be fair. So that's that. And we'll see how it goes. It's alright so far graphically, not much of an improvement, to be fair. So I don't use that. I normally use this one for the league table, to be fair. Where is it? Oh, it's not league table yet, is there? So we keep that the same. But yeah, other than that, that's all fine for now. I can't wait for new skins to be created and see what's what. Go on, Shaqiri! Jesus. It's looking very plain at the moment. There's not much texture in, but it is still a beta. Like the grass is looking a little bit better, but this concrete here, just not that. So I've got an itchy eye tonight. What's wrong with me? Salah, Firmino, not great play. I see. I'm used to on FM19 now, seeing how good my team play. I have no idea if this tactic will work. Try to make it similar to, because it's how I play anyway, than the one on FM19. God knows if it'll work. Sterling's through, and it's a goal. Disallowed though. Yeah, the hoarding advertisement changed as well. Apparently it's based on what you play and stuff. It's really strange. Just offside, I think. God, my eye, I'm going to cut it out. It's quite a dead game at the moment, really. Not much shooting going on. Aguero. Nice little back heel to Zinchenko. They're trying to get through. We're not letting them just yet, though. I think they matter of time and they will. Sterling's there. Aguero! Just wide. Salah's picked himself a light injury. It's a hand injury, though. He can carry on. Switches it to Robertson. Switches it back to Arnold. Go on, son. Whip it in. Whip it in. He does. It's cleared. Falling to Fabinho, though. Don't lose the ball there, mate. We are playing very high up. Oh, nicely done, Henderson. Out wide to Robertson. Not really going anywhere with it at the moment. We're just testing the water. Oh, well done, Trent. A pen. Surely it's a pen. Can we score our first goal? First professional goal as a manager? It's a penalty. Community Shield. Fabinho. And it's in. Well done, son. We are 1-0 up against City. Don't really need to see a replay for that one. We are playing sort of okay overall. Nothing spectacular. Just slightly better shooting. They got more possession. So they want to make sure we get win it for fans. So we'll stay with that. We'll go calmly still, I think. Bearing in mind we're new at the club, new manager, so team talks aren't going to be that fantastic at the moment. Not much going on in the second half. No highlights as of yet. We will take him off. I know it's a hand injury, but we will take him off. Literally nothing going on this half. Just a couple of fouls here and there. Robertson's not playing that great. Let's bring Gomez out and bring on Matip. It was hard to choose who to play out of Matip and Gomez. I think they're very good players, both of them. Obviously, yes, I chose the young English one though. Got a first highlight the second half. The Man City corner cleared by Van Dijk. What a goal. What a goal. It's your man Sterling as well. Looked like it might have taken a deflection in. Cleared by Van Dijk. No one's there to recover it though. Sterling lovely whips it in. Not much you can do about that. We are the better team as it stands though, second half. We're just seeing goal. Henderson's dying basically. Let's bring Milner on. Oh, it's 90th minute. Highlight. Can someone take the lead and pretty much win it? City on the attack. Rodrigo. Oh, he's put Bernardo through. Great save, Adrian. I'm so used to the other game now, so I think they're still showing corner ones, regardless if they're actual highlights, just in case something happens. I think this is an actual highlight though. Ronaldo. Fabinho. Good save by Gomez there, but winger can't keep it. Oh no, a man's got to stay with it. A man's got to stay with it. Good save. Keeps hold of it as well. I think you can do more than one save on. Oh, Shaq's already injured. What's the injury? Gonna have to take him off. Too much of a risk. That's not worked out well. He's probably going to get annoyed with that as well. This might be the end of game highlight. I'm not sure. There's enough time though. Cancelo. Not a very good shot in the end. I think it's just straight to penalties, isn't it, in the Community Shield? Oh no, not Ronaldo as well. Not even in taken off. What's his face yet? Okay, looks like they're going to show this. That's probably because the game is ending anyway. They're just going to show it. So he's off, I think, at the moment. Oh, so they actually give you the ball back for injuries and stuff, I think. Let's just auto pick it. So you got Milner, Fabinho, Trent. Alex is fifth with Firmino fourth. So he's the top five. Take that. So first game of the season, first penalty shootout, first trophy on the line. Couldn't ask for a better pen then. Well done, Aguero. Milner, so main man Milner. Pretty much guaranteed a goal here. Cheeky, cheeky. Bernardo Silva. It's only the Community Shield, so I'm not that bothered if we don't win it. We haven't lost on the day as well against City. It's pretty good. Fabinho steps up. Another good pen from a guy who can take pennants as well pretty well. Gundogan. I've got a feeling he's going to miss this. Weird dive, but he did save it. He didn't really need to dive down like that, but I had a feeling he'd miss it. Trent's going top left, I think. Our top left. No, awful pen. I'm just going to shut up now. I'm just going to shut up. Excuse me. Save again. 3 penalties saved in a row. Between the sides. It's a young sung hero, Bobby Firmino. Good pen. Not bad effort for the goalkeeper as well. Oh, I've still got the annoying long walk-ups to see for the final one. So they've got to score this to stay in it. Otherwise we'll win. Got David Silva to take it. And it's last season for City. Can he win him some silverware? Nearly, Adrian, nearly. It's up to Chamberlain now to get the winner. It's Claudio Bravo. I do like the Ox. It's a shame he got that injury a couple of years ago. Hopefully he can come back and look as promising as he did. Oh, I saved it, man. So it's sudden death now, I think. Laporte or Laporte. Say, that is a weird one. It seems to be the same thing. They move out the way and dive down on the spot when they don't need to do that. I'll take it though because we saved it. An injured Wijnaldum. The problem I've noticed with this, and you get it with a lot of betas, you tend to get a lot of injuries. We've gained a couple in pre-season. We've gained a couple already this game. Adam steps up. Goal. So it's a draw in the 90 minutes. But we won all together, so that's good. This looks very samey. Look at that perfectly straight line. Perfectly straight line. I'm happy with that though. Nothing. No, you can't say nothing. So congratulations, boys. These moments, enjoy these moments. You deserve it. That was quick. So we got our first bit of silverware. It's only a 3-day injury. So that's not too bad. A bruised knee. 88,000. Not even a full house. Only a 2-day injury as well. Adrian makes his debut. And we celebrate success. First time since 2006. Thank you very much. We've won it 14 times together. But yeah, that's the first episode, guys, because I've been waffling on. This is the new FM for this year. Very excited. There's a few bits already I'm interested in. I feel like I'm learning stuff, even though I've been playing this game for years. But yeah, hope you liked it. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye.